I am Sean Kent Hayashi, and this adorable little schnauzer is Godiva. In this video, I'm going to show you our new clippers and how we use them on Godiva. Amy, look who arrived. Oh, I am so excited. Thank you for your influence. I'm trying to figure out now, what should we name him? Any suggestions on what we should name our big boy here? Here are my new KM10 cordless. And then my new blades arrived. Amy recommended to me that I use the wide blade, and I got the opportunity to practice using that while we visited. Wondering who I'm talking about when I keep referencing Amy. This is Amy, the go-groomer. At the end of this video, I'll put a link to her channel, but you'll see her most recent video was about which dog grooming clipper will she choose. And then you'll also find on her channel fabulous instructional videos about how to groom your dog, including some very specific ones with our dogs. Check those out. I'll put links to them down below and at the end. I also talked through the guard combs, and I was able to get this wide guard comb set. You can buy each of these individually, or you can buy them in a larger set, but this is the 3/4 inch guard comb, and she suggested these Joy-Z blades because they are ceramic and they don't heat up as much. So very excited to begin trying this. This is the blade that came on the wall, so it's a 10 blade that came on the wall, so I can snap that on and off when I need a 10 blade, but I put the 30 blade, 30 wide on it to go underneath the guard combs. Amy suggested that I always buy 2 blades so I have one as a backup. So I did what I was told to do, and I just cannot wait to show you what this does when we are grooming our little schnauzers. This is Godiva. Godiva will be having puppies in about a week. Yeah, oh, are you going to show us your belly? You're telling us I'm having puppies in about a week. And I am going to try grooming Godiva. I am like a kid in a candy store. I cannot wait to use my new Wahl clippers. This is Godiva, all bathed and blown dry. It took me about 20 minutes to bathe her thoroughly, and then about 20 minutes to dry her thoroughly. And that means I'm ready. I have combed her out really good, so I know that this big fluffy ball of Teddybear Schnauzer is ready for grooming. This is my big boy KM10. It's the poppy color. I've got the wide blade and guard comb on. Here I go, turning it on. Ready to start. Are you ready, Godiva? Amy taught me to take 3 passes over the same area so you can see where I've clipped. So I've done this part right here, and oh, it just feels so soft. She has such a luxuriously soft, I love the feel of her coat. But you can see where I have clipped, or hopefully you can see where I have clipped. Let's tell from the hair that has come off of Godiva. And you can see here the length where I've cut. But I've decided to go a little shorter, given that Godiva will be having puppies next week. This is probably the length that I would have her in if she weren't having puppies. But since she is having puppies next week, I'm going to go a bit shorter. Shifting from this guard comb, which was the one that we had originally said we were going to do on the head anyway, to this guard comb for the body. Let's see what happens now. I've done several passes now with this shorter guard comb over this section right here. And one of the things I'm noticing is that I'll call it Godiva's chocolate color, liver color, is coming through much richer as I get shorter on her coat. Are you able to see that in the video or not so much? But here's the length that we had cut in with the first guard comb. Here's the length with the second guard comb. So you can see this is much shorter now with what we're doing. And Godiva, you're being such a good girl. I got what I would say is probably about halfway through Godiva's grooming when she said to me, I would like to take a break and go play with my other puppy friends. And so I brought her here to the playpen where my other dogs are at the moment. And Godiva has taken a little break. And so now I'll be getting her to take her to finish. But you can see that the back of her body, like I've gotten certainly that top back, I've gotten some of the legs, haven't started on the head yet. So that'll be up next. What do you think, Godiva? You ready? There's the answer. She says, I'm laying down now, Mom. Oh, are you laying down now too? Oh, all of you are going to lay down in unison. Well, isn't that funny? All right, Godiva, you're up. Let's go. Again, only about halfway through, and oh my goodness, so much hair has come off of Godiva already. I just remembered we're supposed to stop sometimes, take the guard comb off, and clean the clippers. So I just did that, and now I'm really liking what's happened so far here with her. So now I'm going to start on the head. The first step for the head, I switched out to the longer guard comb. And now what I'm going to do is take this one time or one swipe right over the top of her head just to set the length. And then one swipe from the bottom under here. And then that will set the length for the head. Here's what it looks like after I've done that. Swipe over the top of the head. Hopefully you can see the length there that it created. And so now I'll be clipping and hand scissoring the rest of this. I also took out the under layer here under her chin, just one swipe up under her chin. This is my shear drawer, and I will definitely be using some of my straight shears, my thinning shears, as well as I have 2 pair of curved shears in here, and then I have some blending shears. So that's my goal, is to use these, and I will be starting now on the head. So you can see I still have a lot of more scissoring to do to get everything even in length. I am not going to be a perfectionist about this. I'm going to use these straight shears to try to make the legs look a little better, and I'm going to use the round shears and the thinning shears a little more on the head. I have my little Kinchi flash set to a 10 blade to do the sanitary trim and under the belly. So here's what it looks like before the sanitary trim. This is what her belly looks like after I used the 10 blade on it. And I want to show you what it looks like after the sanitary trim. Remember, she's pregnant. And so my intention is to just get all this extra hair cleaned out right here, because this is where puppies will be arriving. You may recall that Godiva has 2 families, meaning she's in a guardian home. So Godiva was born here in my house, and she thinks of this as home. And you can tell she's quite comfortable on the grooming table. But I also have a feeling if you were here right now and talking to her, she might say, before we started this groom, Mommy Shasha was one of my best friends. But I'm not so sure about that now, and I'm wondering where my Mommy Kim is. Well, Godiva, it's going to be okay, I promise. We won't take too much longer. Godiva, we're making progress because we can see your beautiful green eyes now. Look at her beautiful chocolate and green eyes. What's this little piece right there? There we go. For cuteness factor, I'm not taking any off of her ears. Her ear leather ends right here where my thumb is. So we've got room that we can take this off if we end up feeling like we need to once the puppies arrive. But I like the ears longer myself personally. Curious to know what you think. Comment below. Do you tend to like shorter ears, or do you like the longer look on the teddy bear? Godiva is giving me a look like, I think it's time to stop for today. Could we start again tomorrow? I need to take a nap. Can you just see it in her eyes? Mommy, I need to take a nap now, please. So, okay, we'll do that, Godiva. We've long had a habit of vacuuming after each groom here, but Amy also taught us the importance of putting the oil on the clippers, cleaning the guard combs, and cleaning the shears after each groom too. So these have been oiled, and since that's a 30 blade on here, I am going to store this with a guard comb on it so that no one accidentally picks up this 30 blade and starts using it on a dog. So here's the way this is working. The Kinship Flash 5 has the 10 blade on it for sanitary trims. This corded KM10, always plugged in, has the longer guard comb on it, so it could be used on the head to set the head, and it's the smaller size, so that actually works really well for us with setting the head. And then the larger, the wide blade is on the cordless KM10, and that's got that wide and longer, or excuse me, that's got the shorter guard comb on it, but we've got the backup guard combs. So I've got the longer guard comb available for this if I want to switch it out. And also the same with this. I've got the shorter guard comb if I need to switch that out. So now I've got backup plans for everything. Speaking of backup plans for everything, I also have an extra set of these, the straight shear, the curved shear, and the thinning shear that I keep upstairs in my puppy area. This is what my grooming area looks like at 5:30 in the evening after I have finished grooming Godiva. The laundry's going, and I will turn out the lights now and go upstairs. Who's coming with me? Who wants to go upstairs? Are you all going up? Fortunately, Mocha is even going up on his own now. They must be saying, hey, the door's not open. Yep, that's it. They're saying the door's not open, but look at that. That's Mocha going up on his own. Ha ha, good job. Oh my goodness, Godiva, you are so funny. You're showing off your just trimmed belly now. Funny girl you are, Godiva. Yes. Well, lucky me, after I do a grooming, I have a professional groomer who can come and double check my work and clean it up for me. So I feel really good about what I did with Godiva and the way in which I'm learning. But I will also tell you that given the number of dogs I have and the number of dogs in our breeding program, it's really important that we do have a professional groomer on our team. And so that is Anne here, who is now checking out my work on Godiva. And I'm sure that Anne will do some things when I am not in the room to clean it up and fix my mistakes. But Anne, we sure are lucky to have you here. And we thank you for all of your help. And little Miss Godiva, that's right, there are spots. Anne is a perfectionist, and I am not a perfectionist. And Anne and I have this debate regularly. She tells me I am a perfectionist, but I say, oh no, not in these kinds of things I'm not. There are other things where definitely I am a perfectionist. But on this level, nope, I know you're going to fix my work. So thank you, Anne.
You're welcome.
And here's little Miss Godiva after her groom. Look at how pretty she is. We get to be outside in the sunshine today, don't we, Miss Godiva? Look at the coat and just how adorable this little girl is. Look at that teddy bear head. Nice job, Godiva. She is so easy to groom. She is just so easy to do anything with. Yes, you are. You're a pretty girl.